We're going to start out just by standing. So just standing up nice and tall. You don't have to have a mat, nothing fancy, just standing here. And then as you're standing here, ground down into your feet. So you're spreading your toes, widening your toes, broaden across your collarbones, and turn your palms out. And then just pause here for a moment. Settle in. You don't even have to watch me, you can just listen. Close your eyes and gently close your mouth. And then allow your awareness to settle around your breathing. That you're noticing your inhale, noticing your exhale. Spend a little bit more time with your exhale, with the emptying out, with the stretching out. Make believe that you're breathing in through your nose and out through the soles of your feet. So each breath comes in through your nose and out through the soles of your feet. It's almost like a washing over you. Like watching your breathing is like watching water flow in a river, a lazy river. Imagining the water flowing over the riverbed floor. Slow movement of water over the riverbed floor. So whatever we add on top of this, you have this foundation of calm, of connecting to your breathing. So we could add so much on top, and you still have this layer of relaxation. Slowly separate your eyelashes to open your eyes and take your hands together in a prayer position. Pause here. Breathe here. Notice the gentle, even, equal pressure your right hand is putting on the left. Your left hand is putting on the right. There's this gentle, even, equal pressure the right hand is putting on the left, and the left hand is putting on the right. So all we've done so far is come into this room and stood here, putting our palms together. And already you're finding equilibrium, balance. Stay there, just pausing here, breathing here. Then lower your hands down by your side and bend your knees and put your hands on your thighs. Stay here with your hands on your thighs. Breathe here. Your knees are bent and your hands are on your thighs. Then arch your spine, look up as you inhale. Round your spine as you look in and exhale. Do it 3 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Do it 1 more time. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Come to a neutral spine, a flat back. Push off your thighs and come to stand up. Nancy, there's 1 more to admit. Broaden across your collarbones. Clasp your hands. Write it down. Clasp your hands behind your back. What?
There isn't.
Oh, okay. Find space across your chest. Then bend your knees and drop your head and send your knuckles to the sky. Feel the stretch across your chest, across your collarbone. Drop your head and send your knuckles overhead to the wall out in front of you. Then straighten your legs as best you can and rebend them. 3 more. Straighten your legs and bend. 2 more. Straighten your legs and bend. 1 more. Straighten your legs and bend. Stay here, dropping your head. So there's a relaxation for your head, neck, and shoulder. Straighten your legs as best you can. Release your hands down outside of your feet. Turn your palms to face each other and draw the head of the arm bones up and into the shoulder sockets, that you're creating a trench between your shoulder blades. Then sweep your arms out and all the way up. Your hands land shoulder distance apart. Your palms face each other. Turn your palms out. Dive forward. Your arms go out to the sides and down. Inhale, come to that tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Sweep your arms out and all the way down. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and all the way up. Sweep your arms out and all the way down. It looks like there's one more, but there's not. Inhale to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Write it down.
I will.
Sweep the arms out and all the way up. Sweep the arms out and all the way down. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Sweep your arms out and up. Hook your thumbs at the top. You're just hooking your thumbs. Your fingers are spread wide apart and your palms face forward. Lift yourself up and over to your right. I'll mirror you so it looks like we're doing the same thing. Get a big stretch. So the whole idea of this is to have a nice morning stretch. You're stretching out your body, creating space in your body, creating space in your day. Come back up. Let's switch the hook of the thumbs. Go up and over to your left. Take your right arm back by your right ear. Look up to the inside of your right arm. Feel how you're stretching out the muscles between your ribs. You're getting a stretch for your intercostal muscles. Breathe here. Come back up. Take your arms to a fork shape. It's known as cactus pose. Then from here, take your elbows in front of you. Take your right elbow over your left. You're wrapping up to a letter V between the arms. Now you might stay like this, or you might take a little bit further that the back of the hands touch. Maybe you go even further that the palms touch. Let's take the forearms up parallel to the ceiling. You're leaning backwards. Then bend your knees and come forward. Your forearms go parallel to the ground. Stay here. Instead of your fingernails pointing down to the floor, your fingernails are reaching forward. Your elbows are reaching forward. And there's a stretch across your back. Now it's interesting. We're winding ourselves up into this obvious pretzel position, and yet we're finding more space. Breathe here. Let's come back up with the arms round as they are. Then undo your arms to that fork shape. Hold here, pausing the arms in cactus pose. Let's go to the second side. Take the arms back out in front. Take your left elbow over your right. You have that V shape. Again, you might be able to get the back of the hands to touch. Maybe you wrap up the palms touch. Inhale, go up with your forearms parallel to the ceiling. Exhale, come down. You'll bend your knees. We'll do it 3 more times. Inhale, go up with the legs straight. Exhale, come down with the knees bent. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, go up with the legs straight. Exhale, come down with the knees bent. Do it 1 more time. Inhale, go up with the legs straight. Exhale, come down with the knees bent. Stay here. Move your elbows forward and your shoulders back. So your shoulders are moving away from your ears. Instead of coming up this time, release your hands outside of your feet. Rest your right forearm across both of your thighs. Take your left arm to the ceiling and look up to see your thumb. It's a big stretch across your chest. Breathe into this big stretch across your chest. Let's switch it. Left forearm comes across both thighs. Right arm goes to the ceiling. Look up to see your thumb. Imagine the sun rising within you, and you're spreading the rays of the sun. Put your hands on your thighs, then push off your thighs and come to stand up. From here, you're already standing. I'm just going to go to the front edge of my mat. From here, your feet again are those two fists. Oh, actually, we described it the other day. 2 fist width apart. So let's do that now. Take 2 fists and put them together, and then put your 2 fists between your feet. So your feet are what's known as 2 fist width apart. So your 2 feet are hugging on to your 2 fists, and your knees are deeply bent. Then put your hands on your thighs. Now you want to make sure that your feet are parallel to each other, so they're straight, like the number 11. You don't want to have the heels drifting inward to a soft letter V. So it's a tendency we kind of walk around with our feet turned in, turned out, but here we want to really align everything so we have a sturdy foundation. So your feet are parallel to each other. With the feet parallel to each other, you're standing up nice and tall, broaden across the collarbones. Take your hands out and turn the palms up. Then hold on to the elbows out in front of you. Then bend your knees and pause here. Imagine that you're sitting in a chair and that chair is moving further and further backwards. So you're having to squat down a little bit lower. Then take your hands outside of your feet. We're using high finger pads. So instead of your hands down flat or up on knuckles, it's as if there was a cupcake under each hand. So you're making fingerprints right outside of your toes. Send your right leg long back behind you and pause here. You're in what's called a low lunge. Then reach your arms forward and all the way up. You're in what's called a high lunge. Let's keep the front knee straight the front knee bent and the back leg straight. Then we'll keep the back leg straight and just straighten the front leg. It's a balancing act to do this. And rebend. 3 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 2 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. 1 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Keep the knee bent. From here, we're going to take the whole back foot down. Then open your arms. This is known as Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So you're maintaining that the legs are spread wide apart, but you still have that hip width apart. So there's a width of 2 fists between your feet, even though you gained a whole lot of length. Breathe here. Stay where you are. I just want to give you the side view. So you're staying exactly where you are. I'm giving you the side view. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Turn your palms up and rest your front forearm on your front thigh. Take your right arm over your ear. Now there's a sharp diagonal line from your right ankle to your right wrist. Look up to the top arm. You're rotating yourself around your own spine. Stretch here. Breathe here. Breath comes, breath goes. Take both hands down to the inside of your front foot. So both hands are on the big toe side of that foot. Stay where you are. I'm just moving to show you. that your hands are on the inside of that foot. You're staying where you are. Breathe here. Let's set the hands for the top of a push-up and step backwards to the top of a push-up. So here you are in what's known as plank position. Breathe here. Again, stay where you are. I want to give you the side view. So you're staying where you are. I just want to show you that in a plank position, your hips are elevated. So you don't want to sag your hips. That would be too much pressure in the wrists. Instead, keep your hips elevated as high as your shoulders. So there's a strong, long line of energy from the crown of your head to the tip of your tailbone. Lift yourself upwards and backwards. Look back between your feet. You're in a downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe here. Stretch your legs, stretch your torso, stretch your arms, stretch out, creating more space in your body, more space around your body. So you're growing into the life around you. Come forward to plank and take your knees down to the mat. Stay where you are. I just want to turn forward to show you. Stay where you are. Separate your knees a little bit wider and point your feet. Then bring your big toes to touch and pull your butt backwards. Walk your hands forward and drop your forehead down. Separate the arms wide apart. Breathe here with your head down. You're in a child's pose. Lift your forehead up. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Now it's going to take a little bit of maneuvering to get your knees under your hips, to have the knees in line with the feet in line with the knees, and to tuck your toes. So you're in a position that's known as all fours, hands and knees. Go up onto those high finger pads again and step your right foot inside of your right thumb. You got it. Then the back knee is going to lift off the ground and walk your back foot forward. Both of your feet, again, are those 2 fists width apart and parallel. Put your hands on your thighs, hug your elbows in, look to the ceiling, arch your spine, look into your belly, round your spine. Push off your thighs, come to stand up. Lift your shoulders up, back, and down. 3 more. Up, back, and down. 2 more. Up, back, and down. 1 more. Up, back, and down. Clasp your hands behind your back and then move your hands away from you. Find a stretch across your chest. Tilt backwards that you're looking to the sky. Then fold forward. Your hands are still clasped. Drop your head to the floor, your knuckles overhead and then forward to the wall in front of you like we did at the beginning. Breathe here. Release your hands outside of your feet. Inhale, come to a tabletop. Exhale, fold over. Let's do that little series on the second side. Take your hands to high finger pads outside of your feet. Step your left leg long back behind. Your back heel is lifted. Reach your arms forward and up. You're in a high lunge. Keep the front knee bent and the back leg straight. Then let's change it. Keep the back leg straight and straighten your front leg and then rebend it. 3 more. Straighten and bend. 2 more. Straighten and bend. 1 more. Straighten and bend. Keep the knee bent. Take your back foot down. So you're gluing the sole of the foot down. You still are maintaining that hip width apart, that the feet are those 2 fists width apart. There's a whole lot of length between the feet. Your back foot is over to the left, and the left toes are facing forward towards the front of the mat. Open to warrior 2. Stay where you are, don't move. I just want to give you the side view. So here you are in warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Look forward over your front index finger. Breath comes, breath goes. Feel the stretch across your chest. Feel the stretch wrist to wrist, hip to hip, knee to knee, foot to foot. You're stretching out. Turn your palms up. Rest your right forearm on the thigh, left arm over your ear. There's that sharp diagonal line. Look up to the inside of this left arm. Breathe here. Scoop your right sitting bone under you and your left thigh backwards. So there's a scissoring of the inner thighs. Take both hands down to the inside, the big toe side of that foot. Then pivot around to your left. Now both of your legs get straight and turn your toes forward. Have your feet lined up in line with each other. What does that mean? That one foot is not forward to the wall in front of you, or one foot's not backwards, that they're both in the same line as if you were standing on wood planks, and there's one straight line from toe to toe. From here, take your hands above your thighs and lift your torso parallel to the ground. Then take your hands down right under your shoulders so that your torso is parallel to the ground and the crown of your head is reaching forward. Let's put the right hand under your face. So you're splitting the difference of the hands, taking the space in between, and putting your right hand right under your face. Take your left arm to the sky. Look up to see your thumb. There's a stretch across your chest. Breathe into this stretch across your chest. Let's replace. The left hand comes down exactly where the right hand was. The right arm goes to the ceiling. Breathe here. Take both hands down. Pivot, so you guys already are at the side of your mat. Let's pivot around to the front of the mat. Come down onto your knees. So you're just gonna come onto your knees facing the front of the mat. From there, we'll point the feet and take the feet over to the right. Then walk yourself backwards. You're sitting behind your knees. Then take your feet out in front of you. Take your hands onto your knees. Your feet are those 2 fist width apart. Look to the ceiling, arch your spine. Look into your belly, round your spine. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Do it 1 more time. Inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round and look in. Nancy, what time is it?
9:26.
And then come to a neutral spine, just sitting up nice and tall. Cross your legs. So you're just sitting here with your legs crossed. Stay here with your legs crossed. Clasp your hands. Turn your palms away and lift your arms up. Stretch over to your right. Big morning stretch. While you're stretching to your right, push down into your left sitting bone. Then come back to the sky. Take your hands out in front of you. They're still clasped. Turn your palms to face you. Switch the clasping of your hands by 1 digit. So you're clasping your hands your non-habitual way. Then turn your palms away and lift your arms up. Stretch over to your left. Big morning stretch. Breathe here. Come back to center. Take the arms wide apart. Give yourself a hug with your right arm on top. Open your arms wide apart. Give yourself a hug with your left arm on top. Open your arms wide. Clasp your hands behind your head. Widen your elbows. Then narrow your elbows and drop your chin towards your chest. It's a stretch for the back of your neck. Lift your head up. Widen your elbows. Take your arms to a V shape. Take your hands to prayer. Take your prayer hands down in front of your heart. Take the arms to a V, hands to high prayer, prayer hands in front of your heart. One more time, V, together, prayer hands in front of your heart. Come to lay down, laying down on your back. So I'm just giving you the side view, you're just laying down. Come to lay down. So you stay laying down. I just want to talk to you while you're laying down. So in this time that some of us have put ourselves in self-quarantine just to flatten the curve, so we're feeling fine, but we don't want to get sick or get others sick, so we're trying to stay at home more. It's challenging to be home and to be together with our families. We need to create space. And the greatest way to create space is to first create space within yourself, that you have a refuge, that you have a home to come to inside of yourself. And your breathing is an assistant that can go with you wherever you are. So let this breathing fill your home, fill your body. Concentrate on your exhale, the emptying out. And then everything else will come. The inhales will naturally come. But let your awareness settle around your exhale. It's 9:29. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Roll over to sit up. Just sitting, coming to sit. Take the hands to prayer. I hope you enjoyed this morning stretch. I hope this brought you a little refuge, a little calm.